Hi, this is a follow-up video from the number 4 session. During that session, there was a problem. There's some code which is broken. I've since been fixed and figure I'll just do a quick look at that thing. So it was on multiple samples and multiple samples comparison. And what we're going to do is I'm going to uncheck and I'm going to go and check a couple of things. We have Ubiome 509, 507, 1909, 0612, 180301, 070301, oops, sorry, 0311, 170803, and 3026, and 2022 111, and 220317. Okay, what I've done is all of these samples I've selected have suggestions done for them. Prerequisite is to use the suggestion consensus gain sample, which is what was not working last time. You have to have suggestions generated. How you suggest is up to you. I just did just give me suggestions, quick suggestions for all three of them. And then you simply click report. And voila, you now have each report nicely labeled and you have all the lovely things here. And you can go and sort high and low. If it's a blank, it means it wasn't included in suggestions. So what you can do is take a look and see how suggestions changed over time. And sorry about the sequence, it just happens to be how it is. So you can do things. So if you want to look at something like vitamin and minerals, there you could do say, okay, what was the highest item back in 2017? And that was vitamin B1, and vitamin B1 has stayed consistent across the board as being a recommendation. We have other things, the same thing. Now remember that the number of bacteria detected, which varies by lab quality, determines the numbers here. So these are not all on the same measuring stick. They are all slightly different, but relative to each other, they are there. So you can see that everything there is there. This one is interesting, B9, there. And then it's actually dropped down a fair amount and up, and still it's relatively low compared to other things. So the B9 folic acid is far less significant. And here's something which seems to have gone up. The biotin is more important. Zinc was some significant there, and then it was negative and stayed negative. So whatever the zinc issue was, it was corrected over the year, etc. So lots of information there. Let's take a look at probiotics. And let's take a look at, this is a little sample and descending order, and we see the Bacillus casei had been a low one, relatively low originally, and then it changed. And this particular case, why it's changed is actually, I have pretty strong suspicion, because starting about this time, this person became far more sensitive to pollen, dust fever, etc., which altered the microbiome, and the suggestion of casei, which improves the allergy and pollen issues is there. And then we have there, and we can go down and take a look at different ones and see whether or not there. And some things you see, basically, this one is pretty much minor. If you remember, if you go and get rid of everything, The usual rule is you take your highest value, which is 60, and divide that by 2, and so that's 30 for this one. Highest value is 60, so that's 30 again. Highest value is 51, 25, 25 roughly, 20, 25, 30, for 25. So the highest value tends to be around 25. So values below 25 are probably not particularly significant. Let's go and do favorites. And we see that this one has been consistently recommended. Lutulin is number one. So, and here is one where we have quercetin jumped up, but most of the time it was low, although it's now back up. You can see sort of disappeared, and now it's coming back into being significant. Again, the person changes over time, etc. So that's basically it. It gives it. I don't have the so many takes, so many things. I just grabbed the grand total for each one and shoved that on the page because it allows the page to be readable. And as you can actually see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different samples being able to be displayed. And you can take a look at there. For example, dietary fiber is not a significant one. There. Let's take a look at prebiotics. And we'll sort descending here. And fructose is there, but it only came into being significant in the last 2 samples. The earlier samples it wasn't. And so basically you can take a look at how the microbiome was changing in terms of what the suggestions are. And if something stays high, then that's good. And for example, here we have this one just has started coming up back into significance. Their mastic gum bouncing around. Again, the interpretation is time consuming because you are comparing, in this case, 7 different sets of samples. You could look for antibiotics and viral and take a look and say which one is there. This one is high and actually pretty much high. Although the latest one for biocide, it's gone. It's dropped right after radar, which is probably a good indicator that there have been significant change between 2019 and 2023. We can go, and amoxicillin also has dropped. Others are still up there. So it's, again, it gives you information. It doesn't give you a quick answer. It allows you to understand what is happening and how suggestions are changing over time. And the changing of suggestion over time is reflective of your microbiome changing. Okay, that's it.